Beginning in 2000, during the Jonathan Dickinson State Park Unit Plan update, Mark Nelson went to work trying to connect the park to the local communities of Southern Martin and Northern Palm Beach counties through a new multi-use trail. Over the next 16 years, Mark looked for a creative way to secure funding sources and discovered that by routing the pathway through adjacent land owned by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, the project could be eligible for federal funding, alleviating the burden on Florida taxpayers to build the 4.5-mile stretch of public trail. During the search for funding and planning of the trail, Mark continued to manage the Dickinson State Park and Atlantic Ridge Preserve State Park, which welcomed nearly 250,000 visitors each year. Mark was the first in the Florida state park system to pursue this type of funding, and at the end of the day, he was able to secure nearly $4.5 million from the federal government without committing a dime of state taxpayer money. His dedication to the long-term success of this project helped to improve the quality of life in the surrounding communities and saved state taxpayer dollars. The Florida Insurance Consumer Helpline, run by the Office of Florida's Chief Financial Officer, exists to allow Floridians to make formal complaints about insurance matters, and its staff works to resolve those issues, working directly with the insurance company and the policyholder. Esther Ruiz de Velasco and Pam White discovered an error in one particular case that had caused the consumer to pay more than $16,000 in unnecessary premiums over the course of 11 years. Reviewing this case gave Esther and Pam an idea. What if this customer wasn't the only one? What if this error was systemic? Esther and Pam decided to take it upon themselves to find out if any other policyholders were being unfairly charged, and forced the insurance company to review all of its policies associated with that type of plan. Through repeated follow-ups and contact with the insurer, Pam and Esther were able to identify 21 other policyholders that had been overcharged. All told, their extra effort resulted in refunds to those 22 policyholders of more than $500,000, along with reductions in current premiums to match the correct amount. Florida is home to some of the world's ecological treasures, and managing those treasures is an essential and challenging job. When the deterioration of a seepage stream and the subsequent flooding of a forestry road were caused by vehicles using a closed area of Blackwater River State Forest, major repairs were needed in order to protect the delicate ecosystem surrounding the natural stream channel, which contains hydrid plants such as Atlantic white cedars, sweet bay magnolias, and bog buttons. Had the damage not been fixed, the channel would have likely lost these hydrid plants, possibly forever. Michael Baker decided to dig in and fix the problem. He led a coordinated effort to motivate and engage the assistance of 2 co-workers to repair the damage and restore the proper function of the area without using heavy equipment, without purchasing erosion control materials, and without extra personnel or labor expenses. Michael's crew used only a chainsaw, post hole diggers, and a shovel. Michael's achievement has restored balance to the local ecosystem, helped the state forest recreational opportunities, and improved the area's water quality without spending additional taxpayer dollars.